Successful replacement window installation begins with accurate measurement of the opening into which the replacement window is to be installed. Improper installation will result in faulty operation and may void the manufacturer's warranty. Accurately measure any opening before purchasing your vinyl replacement windows. There are 3 measurements that are critical to ensuring the proper size replacement window is ordered. They are width, height, and square or diagonals. Accurate measurements must be taken of each window opening. Windows that appear to be the same size may in fact vary enough that different replacement window sizes are required. Please measure each dimension in inches, and always refer to the width as the first measurement. The true width is the measurement of the distance between the left and right sides of the existing wood window opening. To begin, remove the interior stops to ensure proper measurement. The casing may also need to be removed to gain access to the stops. When measuring the width, measurement should record the distance from jamb to jamb at 3 locations: bottom, middle, and top. Be sure to take these measurements from inside the house. Use the smallest of the 3 dimensions as the width for the replacement window. Next, measure the height from the highest portion of the sill to the header from the right side, middle, and left side. You will need to open the bottom sash before measuring height to provide access to the sill. The next step is to measure the diagonals. First, measure from the top left corner to the bottom right corner. Then measure from the bottom left corner to the top right corner. If the distances are equal, the opening is square. If the 2 measurements vary by more than 1/4 inch, the opening is out of square and a smaller replacement window should be strongly considered. Remember, when ordering replacement windows, please provide the manufacturer with the width and height measurements in inches. Manufacturers calculate the specific sizes of their replacement windows based on these dimensions. If you have any questions or concerns about the measuring process or your actual dimensions, please consult a professional contractor or window installer. Once the window opening has been prepared for the replacement window, you will be ready to begin installation. Dry fit the replacement window into the opening and check the height of the sill angle. This is done by placing the sill angle on the exterior sill between the windowsill and the bottom of the replacement window. Adjust the height if necessary by cutting the sill angle along the scored slots. Once the height of the sill angle has been determined, remove the replacement window from the opening. Apply a bead of sealant along the edge of the sill angle where it contacts the existing windowsill. Leave 2 voids in the sealant to allow water to escape. The void should measure between 1/4 and 1/2 inch long. Position the sill angle. Next, apply a generous bead of sealant to the interior side of the exterior stops and to the outside of the stool. Insert the window through the opening and against the exterior stops. It is extremely important that you correctly insert the sill angle into the appropriate slot at the bottom of the window's exterior. Close the sash and lock. The window should remain closed and locked for the rest of the installation. Some windows may require a head expander at the top if a gap exists. Insert loose insulation between the window and the head expander to allow for expansion. Apply a continuous bead of sealant along the edges of the stops and casing as an internal line of defense against air infiltration. The sealant will also give the installation a clean appearance. We recommend using a paintable sealant. Replace the interior stops. Any stops in damaged or poor condition should be replaced before the installation continues. Check for square to determine if any adjustments must be made. Open the sash to access the pre-punched installation holes. Secure the window by fastening screws through the installation holes. The pre-punched installation holes are behind the sash stops at the top, middle, and bottom of each side of the window. Manufacturer's specifications may vary. Balance covers must be removed to access the screw holes at the top. Continue to fasten the window in place, making sure to attach it as instructed by the manufacturer. Do not over-tighten the screws. Allow for use of an adjusting square prior to permanent installation. Check again for square. Using a screwdriver, loosen or tighten the jam adjusters as necessary. Check again for square. Tilt and remove both sashes. And measure the window width at the bottom, middle, and top. Check the jamb adjusters again. Make adjustments as necessary. Measure the width at the bottom, middle, and top. Repeat this process until the window is properly installed and both sashes operate smoothly. Replace the balance covers in both sashes. Open and close the sashes to help determine a proper fit. Sashes should open, close, and lock smoothly. Remove excess sealant along the edge of the window for a nice clean appearance. Remove both sashes. Apply a continuous bead of sealant along the outside edge of the exterior casing to complete a weather barrier. Make sure to create two voids coinciding with those left when installing the sill angle. Remove any excess sealant. Finally, replace both sashes.